Hey there, my friends. Welcome back to the Daily Message with me, your humble host. Well, I hope I'm humble. I guess if I've just said I'm humble, maybe I'm not humble. Oh gosh, this is now an existential crisis and we've only just started. Would you please make sure you've subscribed, my good friend? Would you hit that subscribe button underneath here? I do not seek fame. I do not seek fortune, but seeing the channel grow and the beautiful gift of the emails that I get on a daily basis is beautiful. So I love seeing this grow. So please subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment today. If you like what you're hearing, pop a comment and say, Jonathan, this was awesome. This was the best episode ever. Or say, Jonathan, what happened to you? Did you not sleep last night? This was a terrible episode. Lift your game. Talk to me in the comments here. And specifically, if there's a topic you want me to cover, put it in the comments. Say, hey, could you do an episode on X? And I will do an episode on X. And go check out the description here because you can book me to speak. If you're having an event coming up or you want to do some training with your staff, I can shape content specifically for what you need. So please reach out, book me to speak. I love it. I love going places. I love meeting people. I love being back on stage. I'm in Sydney next week. Got about 1,000 people on Friday. And I'm so excited. I'm like a kid before Christmas. I'm like, I don't know, some of you are nervous with public speaking. Trust me, I used to be. And then I had this big transformation where I'm just like, I was nervous because I wanted to be perfect. I was nervous because I wanted everyone to like me. I was nervous because I wanted to do it, not fail. I was afraid of failure. And then I had this experience in St. Louis in the US when I had 10,000 people in front of me. And it was this tipping point where I finally realized I just couldn't sustain being stressed out. And all I wanted to do was help people. And that was it. Boom. So I get excited when I get on stage. I want to help people. So do that. Now, what are we going to talk about? Today, if the podcast version is under here. Go check out the podcast version. As always, I go deeper. It's a rambling episode. I had plans today to cover more of Marcus Aurelius, but I didn't even get there in the podcast version. So we're going to push Marcus away for one more day. We'll get back to him tomorrow. I talk about two things. One, I was praying this morning, meditating, and I just had this strong sense, this reminder of something that I've often taught on stage, which was the inherent epistemological tension between the essential thesis of Abraham Maslow and the essential thesis of Thomas Merton. And I know you woke up this morning and you said to yourself, you know what's missing in my life is no one's talking to me about the existential tensions between the epistemological predilections of two dead people. I got you covered. Listen, some of you heard of Abraham Maslow. You'll be familiar with the hierarchy of needs. So Maslow was a psychologist, predominant in the 60s, 70s. No offense, but I just reckon we should put a line through the 60s and 70s, even the 80s. I mean, we had ABBA, that was good, but 60s and 70s, well, anyway. Maslow had this hierarchy of human needs. He kind of argued that the first level was food and water. If you didn't get food and water, then you were not going to do anything else in your life. You weren't going to go to any higher level of anything because you had to focus on not starving to death or dying of dehydration. Then you got up to, once you had that need met, then you got up to shelter. Even if you had food and water, but you had no roof over your head, you didn't think much about philosophy, poetry, career, serving people. It was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to freeze to death. And it goes all the way up this hierarchy of needs. And for Maslow, the highest level was what he called self-actualisation, which was his thesis was that the highest need that humans have is to realise their potential. And that has been kind of gospel forever. People think that Maslow's hierarchy of needs thesis is uncontested as a lot of Freud's theories, but they're just theories, right? They're not absolute claims on reality. They're just theories. What I want to do today, it's on my heart to share with you, is to contrast this with something I read many years ago in a book called The Seven-Story Mountain by Thomas Merton. Thomas Merton was a Trappist monk, a Catholic monk, who wrote a lot. And, some of my listeners will know that towards the end of his life, he went screaming off the reservation and pretty much lost his mind and just had an affair with a nurse and then tragically died in a bath. But that is not to be flippant, and it's not to take away some of the richness of what he wrote and what he said. But anyway, in this book, The Seven-Story Mountain, which is his biography, and it's a very good biography, there are some things in it that really stayed with me. He beautifully said, and I memorized the quote, he said, the purpose of life is not self-actualization. He said, the purpose of life is to fully recollect yourself so you can fully give. One more time, concentrate. He said the purpose of life is not self-actualization. The purpose of life is to fully recollect yourself so you can fully give. Now let me do this tension quickly. Maslow was saying that the highest expression in life is to fully realize your potential. But I would argue that it was kind of obviously self-referential. Why would we want to realize our potential? Well, in a postmodern secular milieu, in the environment in which we live, the answer would be to maximize earning potential, maximize fame, maximize power, right? Get all your talent, maximize it so you can do stuff and have stuff. Merton, in contrast, is going, realize your potential, become everything you can so you can give to people. So we move from a self-referential arc in the Maslowian sense to a self-transcendent sense in the Mertonian reality. Some of you going, you lost me at hi and welcome. But it's pretty simple. It's like, is the purpose of our lives to realize our potential for our own self-referential needs? Or is it to do that to be a gift to others? Well, I've made my decision. The reason I'm excited about going to Sydney and having 1,000 people in the room is not because I get to stand on stage and go, watch me flow, people. Look at me. Look at these talents. Look at them. No. God in his beautiful goodness has given me certain desires and passions and gifts for which I'm extremely grateful. They're no different or better than anybody else's gifts. They're just different. But when I get up there, it's like I want to take all that stuff and I want to give it away. I want to give it to the audience. I want to give it to people to bless them. So there's a different energy. So instead of a self-referential energy, there's an expansive, externalized energy. I just want you to think about this principle. I just want you to think about it. That's all I want you to do. I want you to go, why do I want you to grow? Why am I doing this every single day? Because if you grow, you can love more. If you grow, you can give more. If you grow, you can bless more. That's the game. Why become more intelligent so you can learn more and give it to people? Why become more patient because you can love people more? Why become fitter and healthier and stronger because you'll be more energetic and you'll be an example to people and you'll be able to do more things with and for people. All right, that's that. What you think about it. There's a lot to that. Second thing, we need to talk again about Top Gun's new film Maverick. Why? Because I took my little daughter to see it the other day. Third time I've seen it. I'm going to take Karen again. It'll be the fourth time. I love the film. I grew up with the original. I just think it's a great film. Now, some of you are going to go, what? Really? Tom Cruise? Shooting? Pew pew? Planes flying everywhere? Yes. Stay with me. I'm not here today to talk about whether or not we like Tom Cruise or you do. He's a strange cat, right? Scientology, the whole bit. Interesting. A lot of stuff going on there. That's not my point. The point is I was watching a short video about the backstory and the behind-the-scenes stuff for the film, and it's an extraordinary film. Like, the first time I saw it, I was like, wow. It just kept going. Like, there was like plot twist. I'm like, wow. It is Hollywood at its best. How so? It's Hollywood not lecturing to us. It's Hollywood not trying to change the culture. It's Hollywood not going to trying to dump a whole bunch of woke ideology on us. It's Hollywood going, here is a really cool story with really good actors and multi-layered storylines and plots, and there's love and there's loss and there's regret and there's forgiveness and there's guilt and there's all these human themes flowing through it. And it's done with missiles. They do it with missiles. What more could you ask for, huh? What I want to talk to you about is in the behind-the-scenes video, the actors, all the other actors, are basically saying, Tom's obsessed. Like, he's saying Tom is absolutely obsessed with excellence, perfection. He put them through a 3-month physical training program. He taught them all this cinematography stuff. He expected a massive amount from the actors. And what I wanted to say to you was what impressed me about it was whatever you think of him, I was very impressed that at this point in his career, he has maintained that passion, that energy, that commitment. That impressed me. Because I thought, you've basically achieved at the absolute pinnacle of your career success. Like, you've Academy Awards, you've done this, you've done that. You could have any screenplay you wanted, any role you wanted. You're immensely wealthy. You're incredibly connected. So why keep going? Why keep pursuing excellence? Why make a great film? And why expect everybody else to give 100%? I thought that was admirable. I actually did. And I wanted to say to all of us, I think that's something we should aspire to. Whatever realm of life we're in, that we just keep trying to bring our best. I talked this week about Marcus Aurelius. We've been looking at book 2, paragraph 5 of Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, and he's saying the same thing. You've got one life. Whatever you're doing, give 100% to it. You've got one shot. Keep bringing your best. And this is a culture that just encourages us to consume, to sit on, as I always say, what do I always say? The metaphorical couch of life, and just watch it go past. There is a time to sit on the couch. I sat on the couch last night, typical for me, Aiden and I were watching this video about the Collat's conjecture on mathematics. Sorry, everyone else was watching Netflix. Not in my house, but I guess people like to watch Netflix, and we were watching this thing on advanced mathematics. Strange family. But there's times to rest, but I just want to say to all of us that this is how God speaks to me. I looked at this Tom Cruise video and I thought, that's cool. And I would love to be that age and have nothing left to prove and still want to bring that energy to something. I think we should aspire to that. Phew! Summary, my friend. Maslow was wrong. Merton was right. I want you to grow. I'm looking into this camera right now at you. I'm speaking to your heart, your mind. I'm saying grow. Contribute, develop, pursue excellence so you can love more and give more and transform your tiny little patch of the world. Secondly, I think that there is something admirable about pursuing excellence. And the last thing on that Tom Cruise stuff is that it wasn't just about him. He demanded excellence from everybody. And what's the old saying, a rising tide lifts all boats. That if we pursue excellence in ourselves, we tend to pull others up with us, or they get angry with us. But my point is that having high standards does definitely help other people around us to grow too. All right, that's a long one, huh? Sorry. Would you please subscribe if you haven't done it already? What have you been doing? Come on, hit that subscribe button. Would you share this with some people? Chuck it on your Facebook feed, flip it around, send it to a few people. And I'm back speaking, so please book me to speak. It's underneath here. Check out that link. I would love to come and shape some content for your event, your team, your business, whatever you need, your staff, your school, your church, whatever it is. If you've got something coming up, I would love to just shape something with you. Somebody reached out to me the other day. They're probably watching this, and we're going to do a session in a month on emotional intelligence for their staff. Probably got about 50 to 100 staff, and we're going to go through how we can self-regulate better. So whatever the content is, I can shape it. So friends, just go check that out. Book me to speak. God bless you. Get out there. Go and fly your F-18s and pursue excellence. My name's Jonathan Doyle. This has been the Daily Message. And you and I, my friend, are going to talk again tomorrow.